Hello everybody, today let's know about the Leidenfrost effect. I promise you, this video is not as boring as it seems. So let's begin. Everyone likes a good party trick, but the star of a viral Reddit video set a new standard for mind-boggling stunts when he passed his bare hand through a stream of molten metal. In the video, a bald-headed man, hanging out in a metal smelting plant, removes his protective gloves, crouches by a small waterfall of glowing white-hot metal, and smacks the stream with his naked hand like a bear pawing at a river. He does it 3 times and doesn't even flinch. In the footage, he moves up to a stream of liquid metal, removes his safety glove, and proceeds to shove his hand into the red-hot liquid. After, he walks away like it's no big deal, completely uninjured. Don't try this at home, even if your home does happen to contain an industrial molten metal sluice. So how is he able to do this without melting his arm or giving himself extreme burns? Is he some kind of reverse Terminator that's resistant to molten metal? Sadly, no. However, the answer is still pretty cool. Upon seeing a video like this, the natural impulse is to think, this shit is fake. But Reddit's heroic metal smacker could actually have pulled this stunt off, using a physics phenomenon known as the Leidenfrost Effect. The ability is most likely due to the Leidenfrost Effect. The Leidenfrost Effect is what causes water droplets to dance around on an extremely hot hob, rather than instantly evaporating. When a liquid is dropped onto a hot plate, the bottom layer of liquid instantly evaporates. This leaves a protective layer of gas between the hot plate and the rest of the water droplet, preventing contact between the two, and slowing heat transfer. The same effect protects the man in the video, who swipes his hand through molten metal like it's an ordinary tap. For an extremely short amount of time, the moisture on his skin boils instantly, forming a protective layer on his skin, and stopping him from touching the liquid metal directly. This allows him to swipe his hand through it without being burned. If he did so for even a fraction of a second longer, however, it is likely he would get burned badly. So don't try this at home. The same effect can be seen with liquid nitrogen. As liquid nitrogen boils at -196 degrees Celsius, it instantly vaporizes when it meets a warm surface. For example, a floor, or a human hand. This creates a layer of gas between itself and the surface. As a result, there are a lot of cool videos on YouTube of people pouring liquid nitrogen onto their hands, and, horribly, a few videos where people put their hands into nitrogen for too long and it all went badly wrong. So, let's know a little more about this weird effect. The Leidenfrost Effect, named for the 18th century German scientist Johann Gottlob Leidenfrost, who discovered it, describes the remarkably potent natural shield that's created between a hot liquid and a cooler surface when they first come into contact. According to Leidenfrost, the reason the man's hand doesn't melt off is because the interaction between the hot metal on his hand causes water to rapidly evaporate from the surface of his skin, creating a powerful but transient cloud of water vapor that protects it. More scientifically speaking, a transient cloud of vapor briefly creates a barrier between the hot surface and the liquid, or, in this case, the hot liquid and the cool surface. What's peculiar about this video, however, is the fact that the man does the trick 3 times. Normally, people who do this stunt first dip their hand in water, before inserting it into molten metal, in order to ensure that there's enough water to create that protective vapor layer. It could be that he passes his hand through the stream quickly enough that the moment of skin and metal contact is super brief, or perhaps he's got more moisture in his hands than most people. Whatever the case, this is probably not something you want to try yourself. He can't keep his hand beneath the metal for too long, of course, because the flesh only holds so much water. Once it's used up, there's nothing left to produce the protective barrier of water vapor, and so the molten metal contacts the skin directly, turning the stunt into a one-way ticket to heaven? Or probably hell. This ends today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Meet you next time.